All right, so here we go on another trip, headed out to Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's the first trip of 2025. It's gonna be a cold one, but I'm excited to go to the Parlour salon inside the City Flats Hotel, which is gonna be really cool, and I'm excited to meet the owner, Ashley, and I'll show you guys around the salon once we get there for class. Got pretty well settled into the hotel, and now we're just on the hunt for an awesome coffee shop. Gotta go sit and make some head sheets, do a little bit of work, and I always like to find a sweet spot in a new city. So cold out here, just like Colorado. My eyes, I can barely keep my eyes open while I'm walking. I'm like tearing up. All right, we found a spot. Lantern looks cool. And look at this cozy little desk. We're gonna sit here and do a little work. So I got this awesome little coffee shop here. Try a little cortado. Awesome. So on these trips, it's really always super fun to go find a cool coffee shop, a cool restaurant, usually find a place to get a steak that evening before the class. And I kind of just, put my thoughts in order, and sometimes do a little editing on the iPad here, which is what I'm gonna do today, work on some slides that I want to present in the class, and drawings of head sheets that I do. So I'm gonna just kind of spend the couple hours here at the coffee shop, enjoying myself, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Parlour at City Flats Hotel. So here I am just kind of working on the head sheet, and during this next part of the video, I'm just gonna kind of quickly run you through just a real quick, like, what's inside my head while I'm making this. Okay, so I'm working on this head sheet here. You can see we've got it sectioned from the parietal ridge all the way down to like right where the occipital bone is. Wrap around, and then I do a section across here, which now this is the crown section. And then I would do another, you could leave all this alone, and you'd start right here. And you'd cut your graduation all through here under the occipital bone, and then all this hair up here then gets brought down and cut to go over the occipital bone right here. So there's a little bit of a disconnection right at the occipital bone. Some of this hair is laying over and kind of right on top of this really short graduation that we created under here. All right, so we're here at the Parlour salon here in Grand Rapids, and we're getting ready to setting up for class. We're gonna be using our From clips and combs. We're also gonna be using our arc scissors, and just gonna show you guys some tips and tricks and get some knowledge on how to break haircuts down and how to approach bobs, lobs, pixie cuts, all sorts of things. So it's gonna be a fun class, and can't wait to bring you guys along. So here we are getting all set up for class. This was a really cool salon. Lots of light in the salon, lots of windows, which is great, and a really nice kind of flow to it. Here's the front desk area, retail, and really like the way the salon is set up. Really nice and like compartmentalized, which is kind of cool. And there's the styling stations and the seating area. I don't always necessarily like split every section, but this is mentally what I'm thinking when I'm doing my haircuts. Yeah. It's like, make sure, sometimes it's just, I get this rectangle away and I just clip it all up. I can split it all away from each other later as I go through the haircut, because that's faster. But for display sake today, for you guys to see it visually, it's like, this is what I'm thinking. It's like down here, I'm either thinking I want to start in the back, or I'm starting in the front. So depending on, again, if you're thinking like that cut by number style, it's like maybe on a shag, if I was doing a longer shag, this would be my number one section. Like this is where I would start on a shag typically, get the bank set in, and then this would be my number two section, these sections right here, and then I'd potentially connect the back if I need to, or if the back's fine. Like if I was to do like a longer shag on this cut, like I would just leave what's going on back here. Okay, so that's kind of what, from the side, that's kind of what that cut looks like. You can see, it's got those fringy kind of layers happening there, and then very fringy, like tuckable stuff there. So it's a little different cut. It's kind of fun. It's gonna kind of teach you guys some different ways of like thinking about the way we layer and the over direction and things like that. So it's gonna be a really fun cut to do. And then there's kind of how it looks from the angle. Super cute, kind of, again, those shaggy kind of PC bang thing happening. There's the other side. Yeah, I think that's it. That's just me. That's just me talking to the camera. All right, cool. So, but from the side, that gives you a really nice visual of like how trajectory, how everything's going to be cut off of the head shape. Okay, perfect.
All right, cool. So yeah, so like right here, again, it's just like that whole concept of you get to, right about here where the ear is. I'm gonna start leaving that length toward the front. So again, I'm just bringing this back. I'm gonna find my concave line. There it is. And again, I can come back behind it and work like a razor style. Just kind of fun. And again, it's great for those clients who are, like I said, PTSD from the razor. If you can give them a similar effect with the scissor by using that style of cutting. All right, cool. So now we'll drop this apex section, and I can drop it, over the bang. Doesn't matter because I'm gonna make this line from the, from the crown to the front now. So we're gonna take this is the crown back here, obviously. Well, this is gonna be our new length guide for what we're doing in the front. And again, I wanna line like this. I want that to go from short to long in the front. So again, it's gonna give me some length that I can play with up here, okay? So again, if you want it, you can flatten it off, round it out, whatever you wanna do. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm trying to accomplish a little bit more length to the front. I want it to collapse on itself, leave me some weight and length in here that I can play around with, okay? Cool. Again, I'm using this as my length guide now. I've got this hair right at the crown, and I've got my little section here down the middle, okay? And then I can say, how do I want to cut this? If I just want to be clean about it, we can do that. You can see my elbow's lifted, so I'm lifting that length. Leaving it a little bit longer toward the front. Can you see that? And so that'll be really nice to blend in with the bang. I can now go ahead and grab some of that hair that is going to be part of the fringe and decide. Great. Cool. And then we can go back in there and again, dial things in later, but this is at least giving me my initial shape, and then I can go back to the bang and carve that out and create that flippy style bang that we saw in the front.
So here is how that cut is finished up, and looks really, really cool. So this is something that you learn inside Bob University, which is my online education platform. And here's a little look at some of the stylists in the class going through the cut, just working on their sectioning and their techniques. And we just had so much fun diving into this haircut together and in a live class. So thanks for watching, and I really appreciate you being here. And we are all done in Grand Rapids.
Love that technique. Yeah.